So what we are suggesting here is that you take note of where you are in the processing process. Notice when you are stuck and make it your intention to allow the process to go smoothly, that you are in fact a creative individual who can handle just about anything. There comes a moment where you must decide one way or the other, one direction or the other. And that decision point becomes more important and more significant with every choice that you make. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. Today, we're going to read the powerful channelings of Archangel Michael. If you get a chance, be sure to check out my most recent interview with Daniel Scranton, in which we could witness him channeling Archangel Michael. Daniel Scranton channels a number of different entities that I have read on the channel, including the Creators, the Pleiadian High Council, and the Arcturian Council. Archangel Michael, as we learned in that interview, is not just a single entity, but a group entity. They refer to themselves as us, we. They are a larger version of Source, and they carry powerful wisdom. They are different than some of the other entities that Daniel has channeled in the past. And he has an amazing new book, channeling Archangel Michael, The 7 Signs of Humanity's Ascension. So I wanted to read some of the earlier channelings that Daniel had with Archangel Michael. You can find these in his book, Channeled Wisdom from Higher Dimensional Beings. This covers a variety of topics: nonlinear evolution, a mini clearing, the momentum of the shift, the power of processing, the power of no, new challenges, shifting is easy to do, the evolution of your consciousness, the power of love, you as the universe, and a number of other topics. When I listen to the channelings of Archangel Michael, I find them to be activating, transformational. They bring light to the situation. They are higher vibrational. Just simply listening to them brings me to a higher level. They're a lot of fun to read. Archangel Michael, you are the universe. Nonlinear evolution. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Taking steps forward often requires you to experience what seems to be setbacks. That is how it works in duality. When you have as much polarity as you do on your world, you will often give yourselves both the experience of a setback and the experience of moving forward. This is often confusing to you because you tend to believe that you are always and only moving in one direction or the other. You tend to think that you can only be offering one vibration at a time and therefore can only experience one type of life circumstance at a time. What this experience does for you is that it gives you a taste of both ends of the spectrum, and this allows you to see more clearly the path ahead. You are also being given the opportunity to have a fuller experience of an idea or a concept, but it can be challenging for you to see the benefit in that. You tend to not only see the benefit in moving forward and moving closer to your goal or your desire or even the more evolved you. When you are fifth dimensional beings, you will understand more clearly how paths do not move in a linear way. You will understand more the ability for you to jump around and have no consistency whatsoever in what you experience. This can be very confusing to the mind and very scary to the emotional body. But look at it this way. If you wanted something to expand, wouldn't you want to push at the edges of it from every possible angle, not just one? You are expanding. You are becoming more, and the experience of moving forward and moving backwards and moving forward gives you precisely what you need to expand and to burst free from the boxes you have created and labeled as good and bad. We invite you to discover who you are in the midst of these experiences rather than simply measuring how close you are or how far you are away from those goals and desires that you want for yourselves. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. A mini clearing. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. It is to your advantage to sit back, relax, take a few deep breaths to reset and rebalance yourselves throughout your day. You do not need to have an appointment for a spa treatment or to be lying in your hammock in your backyard with a drink in your hand and nothing on your plate to give yourselves this experience, an experience of serenity, an experience of calm centeredness. It is an experience you can have several times throughout your day, but how often do you give it to yourselves? How often do you shut off that nagging inner voice that says there's something that you either should be doing or something that absolutely needs to get done and isn't? When you let go completely of the need to be productive in any way and you give yourselves this experience of relaxation, you are telling the universe that you desire more opportunities for these types of experiences. And then there is the question of whether you would even accept an opportunity to slow down if it were granted to you by everyone around you. Would you accept the gift of doing nothing if it were offered to you? Or would you look for some way to prove your value and your worth, either to yourself or others? The simple act of closing your eyes, relaxing your body, and taking a few deep breaths will shift you on every level of your being. You will give yourself a mini clearing every time you do it, and you will find that your life becomes more meaningful, more satisfying, more manageable, and filled with opportunities to relax and enjoy it more. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. The momentum of the shift. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. There are plenty of reasons for you to be excited about what is to come. There's a great deal of momentum that is shifting humanity at this time. It has been many years since your December 21st, 2012 tipping date, and the collective of humanity has been on an upswing since then. This does not mean that every single one of you has had the same experience, but the overall energy has shifted, and each individual is carrying more light than he or she has in this lifetime. So the potential for humanity is higher than it ever has been. So then the question comes up for you. What do I do with all this extra energy? How do I shine that light to be in service to others? First of all, the light that you are is enough. You are all so doing oriented that you think that now would be the most appropriate time to take some action to move humanity forward, or even to move your own evolution forward. Instead, we suggest that you anchor that light, that you familiarize yourselves with the energy of it, that you look to spread it in simple ways. We suggest that you bask in it, that you appreciate it, and that you love yourselves more before you step out into the world as your new and shiny selves. This energy that is most prominent at this time on your world is the energy of the heart chakra. This is the dawn of a new era, and in the dawn of the new era, all you ever really need to do is tune into your heart. Listen to your heart and allow your heart's energy to be expressed in every moment and in every little action that you take. This is how you impact the world most significantly and directly. There has never been a more appropriate time for you to listen to your heart and to follow the wisdom that it offers. We are Michael, we are infinite, we are love. The process of processing. Welcome, we are here to serve and assist you. Processing occurs on many different levels of your beingness. Most of you start out by processing something mentally. You want things to make sense. You want to understand. Next, you have an emotional processing of an event or of certain information. The emotional processing is usually where you get stuck. Sometimes you go back and forth between the mental and emotional processing, and this is how certain circumstances become patterns for you. It is so that you can move past the mental and emotional processing. If you move past emotional processing, you often move through a physical release. This you sometimes experience as tears or laughter, even a smile. Finally, you have an energetic processing. This is where integration occurs. This is where the work that you have done pays off. It is like getting a part of yourself back as your energy field becomes clearer, less dense, and more open. When you are open energetically, you are far more receptive and far more creative. You step into your creative beingness. So what we are suggesting here is that you take note of where you are in the processing process. Notice when you are stuck and make it your intention to allow the process to go smoothly and without your interference. Being willing to process means being willing to let go of control. Instead, you want to become the experiencer of the process, the experiencer of your evolution and of your ultimate ascension. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. The power of no. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Taking your personal history into account, there have been many instances where you have been asked to do something that you didn't really want to do. And you may have said yes on several occasions, some of you more often than others. These acts of obligation are meant to be of service to those who are making the request of you. But anything you do from that place of obligation is no more of service than if you said no. Saying no is not a rejection of the other person. Saying no is an acknowledgement of where you are in any particular moment. You may feel the desire to do what the other person is asking at another time. But when you say yes, and you offer to do it, when you do not feel aligned with doing it, you are creating an opening for resentment. Resentment is not something that anyone wants to feel. There's no power in it. It is quite crippling, in fact. You may feel you owe someone something because they have done for you at another time. You may justify acting out of obligation with the memory of their help. But you do not need to settle any scores with anyone. If someone does something for you from that place of genuine desire to be of service, then your acceptance of their help is also an act of service. But humans often don't see it that way. You often give when you don't really want to, and we are aware that this is something that happens quite a bit around the holidays. So we are suggesting that you honor yourselves in every moment, and that from time to time, you lovingly say no to someone's request. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. New challenges. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Before you incarnate into your physical body, you formulate a plan for your lifetime. You could say that you have a rough idea of what you will experience and what challenges you will face. And then you arrive in the physical, and there are challenges that come up for you that you did not expect, that you did not see coming. These are the challenges that you are more likely to have a great deal of success with. Because when you are faced with a new challenge, you have no history of not overcoming. You have no baggage. You have a fresh and new perspective on that particular challenge. And when you're able to take on one of these new challenges and demonstrate to yourself that you're capable of meeting it and of overcoming it, you then show yourself that you are powerful. You demonstrate to yourself that you are in fact a creative individual who can handle just about anything. And so you take the strength that you have gained from that new challenge and you use it in the face of one of your predetermined challenges that you have faced in many other lifetimes as well. And so you see the challenges that are in your life always serve you. They are meant to give you that sense of mastery, power, and strength. And as long as you're willing to face every challenge that comes your way, you are putting yourself in a better position to move on, to move beyond that which is familiar and that which has been an obstacle for you. So seek to find your strength in the face of all challenges and demonstrate to yourselves that you are in fact powerful and creative beings of light and love. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. Perception is creative. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. In your perception of reality, you are creating it. There are so many different ways to perceive the same thing, the same person, or the same event. It is you, and only you, who determines how you perceive the reality that is before you, and that decision is usually made without your conscious participation. In other words, you are not usually deciding how to perceive your reality. More often than not, you let programming determine that perception. We want to be clear about one thing. You have chosen whatever programming you have received. You are not a victim of that programming. But once you wake up to it, you can then see it for what it is. And then you have the option of deciding how you want to perceive your reality. And that will determine what reality shows up in front of you. So first of all, notice your perceptions. Notice how you've been choosing unconsciously to perceive your reality, and to do so without judgment. And then decide that you can choose more consciously. You can see your reality differently in order to shift your experience of it. This is one of the ways you shift into a reality that is more to your liking. The more that you decide to perceive your reality in a way that serves you, the better you become at creating a reality consciously that you will enjoy effortlessly. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. Shifting is easy to do. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Blinking in and out of the physical reality is something that you do without realizing that you're doing it. You are not physical for exactly as long as you are physical, and this blinking gives you an opportunity to blink into another reality. It is easier for you to shift to a parallel universe than you might think. There is a practice of shifting realities that few have mastered, but those that understand the blinking in and out of the physical reality, they are simply keeping up with the speed of that blinking. This is not something that you can do in order to escape a problem, because as long as you're focused on a problem, you are incapable of keeping up with the very fast rate at which you are blinking in and out. This is something you can do when you're in a very high vibrational state, when you are feeling light, carefree, and joyous. Now, when you shift to another parallel universe, you will not necessarily know where you are going. But when you are in that state of being, you trust that where you are going is to be of a similar vibration, so you're not attached to shifting to a particular parallel universe. And in that non-attachment, you make it possible. We are suggesting that you have fun with this, that you play around with it, that you demonstrate to yourselves just how much fun you can have and just how easy it is to shift. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. The evolution of your consciousness. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Vibration is the natural state of being for all expressions of Source. You cannot stop vibrating, but it is possible to slow it down or to speed it up. Slowing it down gives you a denser experience of reality. Speeding it up gives you a lighter experience of reality. You can see from that explanation that there is no right or wrong. These are all choices that you make to give yourselves an experience of reality. This is why you will never experience judgment from Source. You will never experience judgment because the speed at which you choose to vibrate puts you in harmony with others who are vibrating at that speed. So you are all being given the opportunity to have an experience of that particular frequency of vibration. And as you all decide that you want to raise your vibration, you get to have a different experience of reality, of yourselves and of one another. Condemnation is of a lower vibration, and it will keep you stuck right where you're at, having the same type of experience that you've been having. And that is what makes acceptance, forgiveness, and letting go your ultimate pathways to a higher vibrational experience. And then you get to have a whole new reality with a different version of the same people that you once condemned. That is evolution. That is the evolution of your consciousness. That is inevitable. When you make this a conscious journey, however, you experience yourselves as creator beings, and that is truly the most satisfying experience of your evolution. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. The power of love. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Before you begin changing anything, take a look at it and offer your love and your appreciation for it. There is more to be gained from loving what is than there ever will be in changing what is into something else. What you are living and who you are as individuals will always be changing into something more, but you often seek to accelerate the process. You look at what is, know that there is something more, and seek to use your powers as creator beings to change what is more rapidly. There is nothing wrong with this, with exerting your abilities, your powers, but the power of unconditional love is stronger than the power to create a reality that elicits more love from you. So demonstrate to yourselves how powerful you are, not in your ability to create something else, something better, but in your ability to create yourselves as those who offer unconditional love. Always begin with yourselves. Always seek to find the love within every situation and within every aspect of who you are. You cannot lose and you cannot fail. When you make that your number one priority, when you seek love above change, above better, and above more. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. The now moment. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Because there is only the now moment, you cannot possibly interpret the past or the future as it really was or really will be. You will always be perceiving that which is past or future to you from your now moment. The now moment is a filter of sorts, giving you only information that is pertinent to it. And so everything is a projection through that lens or that filter or where you are in that moment. Your now moment could be described, in fact, as a vibration, because that is what everything is. It is a unique vibration. You create through vibration and you perceive through vibration. Therefore, recognize that anything from your past that you believe is affecting you in your now is only doing so because of the now you are in. So it is quite accurate to say that you are affecting each other, but you do not need to go back and change your past in order to create a new now. And the future that you will encounter will always be the result of the now moment as you experience it. One of the easiest ways for you to change your perception and therefore your vibration is through your focus. Focus on something in your now moment that is of a higher frequency. When you ask for our help in the Archangel realm, or when you ask for the help of your guides or any other high frequency being, the reason you receive it is because you have shifted your focus. The help is always there. The future you want to experience is always there, and is only through the now moment that you can shift, so do not wait for a better future to shift it for you. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. Pleasure. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Pleasure comes in many forms. You have many ways of experiencing pleasure. You could say that it is a driving force for most of humanity. It is built into your DNA to seek out pleasure and avoid pain. The physical sensation of pleasure is often accompanied by the emotional state as well. You could call it joy, bliss, ecstasy, or something else. Even though the physical sensation of pleasure has come first most of the time, we want to offer you another approach. In this approach that we are suggesting, you seek out the emotional, the vibrational, the energetic experience of pleasure, and you allow it then to be experienced as a physical sensation. This is the inherent difference between going within and seeking that which is seemingly outside of yourselves. The pursuit of pleasure, however, does not require a lot of money, another person, food, or any other ways in which you seek out that experience of pleasure. And our suggestion gets you tapped into the infinite source. And when you're tapped into the infinite source, suddenly you find yourselves not needing much of anything. And as your lives become simpler and easier, you find yourself in more of a state of bliss or ecstasy as a natural consequence of your existence, rather than because you found or got your hands on something outside of you that can only give you the temporary experience. So we suggest giving yourselves the experience of pleasure without doing anything or seeking anything, and when you do, you will know yourselves as supremely powerful beings. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. All that is. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. All that is requires nothing of you. All that is asks nothing of you. All that is will continue to flow no matter what you do and no matter what you do not do. So you never have to worry about falling short or about not fulfilling your life's purpose. The expansion of all that is cannot be thwarted, and it is not up to you to make anything happen. Anything you want to do is your choice. Now, when you make a choice that is supportive of your becoming more of who you are, you will feel more support from all that is. That does not mean that you are being approved of in that moment and being disapproved of in other moments. It just means you are riding the wave of the frequency that is in closer harmony with the energy of all that is. And so you can recognize those times when you're more in harmony and those times when you are offering resistance. But you will get to choose which path you want to take. And you will not be judged, not now and not after you die. You will only be loved, supported, and given more opportunities to harmonize with the wave of energy that flows forth from all that is. And at times you may also receive a nudge from those like us, because we see what you really want and we guide you towards it. But we are also interested in letting you live your lives according to your own free will. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. Allowing your emotions. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Someone in your life has given you reason to hate at some point. Usually when you encounter one of these individuals, they are unknowingly playing a role for you. And sometimes your reasons are entirely your own, and it is through no fault of the other. When it comes to emotions, there are usually two schools of thought. One school of thought says that emotions like fear, anger, and hate are unnecessary and that they serve no purpose. There are those who would have you remove yourselves from those emotional states as quickly as humanly possible. And there is the school of thought that says that emotions are powerful and they need to be respected, embraced, and felt. We take that perspective on emotions. We recognize their value in your lives. If you think of them as energy that is moving through you in order to give you an experience, then you can see the logic in allowing them. But if you only see them as being generated by an egoic thought, then you are more likely to minimize them, run away from them, and therefore allow them to be stuck within you. The stuck emotions are still felt. They are just felt subconsciously. They are not fully experienced until you have no other choice but to look at them. Often we see you feeling ashamed of your fear, your anxiety, your hate, and your anger, and that is how those emotions get stuck. So our suggestion is never to act while in those emotional states, but instead to give yourselves the opportunity to process them, to allow them to move through you, and to love yourselves through the experience of those lower frequencies. We are Michael, we are infinite, we are love. Being of service to all. Welcome, we are here to serve and assist you. Your desire to serve others comes from the deep sense of knowing that you are not only connected to all others, but that you are one and the same. We are all the same being expressing in different form, in different frequency ranges, and when you reach that level of awareness, your inclination to serve becomes stronger. It becomes a heartfelt calling. You are being given opportunities to know your oneness all of the time, and you either respond by accepting it or by denying it. The denial comes in part from religious programming, and you are taught that there is good and bad, and they will be separated for all of eternity, and that keeps you from knowing the oneness. True service is to all humans, all beings. You would never deny an act of service to someone based on their beliefs once you recognize that they are you, and you are them. So in order for you to ultimately be of service to humanity, you must first let go of the idea of separation and of good and bad. When you no longer see there to be a victim and a perpetrator, you can be of service to both. You can be of service to the one who is playing the victim and the one who is playing the perpetrator. And you can see the divinity in each. You can sense the perfection in all of it, because you will have stepped out of judgment. You will have let go of polarity, and you will know yourselves yet again as the source of all things. We are Michael, we are infinite, we are love. Compassion and kindness. Welcome, we are here to serve and assist you. To address a situation with kindness and compassion means that you have already come to the resolution of whatever it is you are facing. You often focus on results, accomplishments, and getting the job done. But when you are faced with a challenge situation between yourself and another, or perhaps even just between yourself and you, as long as you are taking a compassionate and kind approach, you will have succeeded. You don't create problems for yourselves so that you can have the mental experience of solving that problem or of reaching a resolution. You create those scenarios for yourselves to give yourselves an opportunity to respond with compassion and kindness. That is how you measure how far you have come. It is not by measuring the number of problems or difficult situations you have in your lives. Make it your number one intention to deal with yourselves and others with kindness and compassion first. Do not be in such a hurry to find the solution or to come to the completion of the interaction. Instead, make room for more compassion, more kindness, and more love. If something remains unresolved, see it as a window of opportunity for you to show some more compassion, for you to offer some more kindness. When you see everything in your lives as an opportunity to experience more of who you really are, then you welcome it all with open arms. You see the gift of it. And the more compassion you experience for others and yourselves in every situation, the more likely you then come to find yourselves living in a compassionate world, filled with kindness, filled with unconditional love, and with no need to eliminate problems. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. Going big. Welcome, we are here to serve and assist you. Before you take a step forward in your life, you often think about where you might go, where that step might ultimately lead you. There comes a moment where you must decide one way or the other, one direction or the other. And that decision point becomes more important and more significant with every choice that you make. You are at the high stakes tables now. There is no more playing small for any of you, because your life simply will not allow it. Now, we give you this information not so that you will put more pressure on yourselves when making decisions about your lives. We tell you this because we want to encourage you to reorganize your priorities if you have not done so already. So here's what looking small would be in this current day and age. You would give in to mediocrity. You would settle. You would play it safe in every aspect of your life. Going big by comparison means that you are following your feelings. You are never weighing pros and cons, and you're always looking at the biggest possible picture. The biggest possible picture is always your evolution, because you are here to become more of who you are, and any decision you make that supports the becoming of more of who you are will lead you in a direction that is far more satisfying. Your lives are getting bigger all the time. You're expanding your awareness of who and what you are. You are making connections with other beings, physical and non-physical, from other dimensions. You cannot fit into the box that society has laid out for you anymore. We sense that more and more of you are breaking free from those boxes, and we want you to know that you have our support anytime you make a decision that will result in the becoming of more of who you are. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love, comfort and discomfort. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Comfort is something that most of you seek in your lives. We are not just talking about physical comfort here. There are many ways for you to experience comfort, and there are many ways for you to experience discomfort. You can experience either end of the spectrum physically, emotionally, energetically, and even with your thoughts. You are not ever supposed to experience just one end of any spectrum. That would not only give you a diminished experience of life, but it would also deny you that which a little discomfort can bring. And as soon as you're in any sort of discomfort, you have the opportunity to soothe yourself, and you offer others the opportunity to soothe you, to offer aid and assistance. Being in a state of comfort is naturally enjoyable, but what you find is that eventually you feel bored. You have less energy moving through you because there is nothing to summon it. What we are attempting to sell you on here is that discomfort can be a great service to you, that it is not to be eliminated right away, and as you learn to look within the discomfort for the opportunity for expansion and growth, you can see its value. And when you see the value in something, it automatically begins to serve you. The way you respond to your discomfort determines whether or not you will benefit from it. We ask that you give yourselves the pure experience of discomfort while holding curiosity in your consciousness about how it could serve you, about how you can work with it, about how it can help to bring you to a higher level. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. You as the universe. Welcome. We are here to serve and assist you. Believing in your ability to stretch yourselves beyond where you have been before is what you're about to accomplish. We are not talking about believing in your abilities to manifest or to connect with your guides or to have any type of supernatural power. The ability that we are referring to is the ability to perceive yourselves as the universe you once thought you inhabited. This is the leap of faith that is necessary for you to manifest, for you to have all of the other powers and abilities that you seek. Even your willingness to see your guides as aspects of you will give you that connection that you desire. As long as you see the universe as something outside of you that you exist within, you make it harder on yourselves. You put yourselves up against forces that also must exist outside of you. But as you begin to see yourselves as the only force, and as you begin to see the universe as a part of that force that you are, you will have the ease that you seek, and you will enjoy your existence beyond measure. So how do you accomplish this? How do you awaken to this knowing? Start by interacting with your world differently. See everything as an inside job. Talk to the universe in the same way that you talk to yourself, with full recognition that you are being heard. Seek to expand your consciousness, and do so by feeling for that which is around you before interacting with it in any other way. Begin to experience all of it as you, expressing in another physical form. We are Michael. We are infinite. We are love. This set of channelings from Archangel Michael remind me very much of the Quo channelings, focusing on service and love. There's a unique perspective here that we can shift into parallel realities. Not everybody can do it until they master it. There is definitely some unique guidance here that I have never found in any other channelings. It's a short little channeling, but the idea is that we're in this now moment, and we can move into these other realities through our own frequency, feelings, and emotions. Shifting is easy to do. When you shift to another parallel universe, Michael says you will not necessarily know where you're going. But when you're in that state of being, you trust that where you're going is to be of a similar vibration, so you're not attached to shifting to a particular parallel universe. In that non-attachment, you make it possible. And the advice here is to have fun with it. You play around with it. You demonstrate to yourself just how much fun you can have, how easy it is to shift. The main focus here is to understand, to be compassionate, serving to others. When you focus on helping serve others, you embrace that feeling of love within you. And there is no wrong that you can do. Your consciousness is evolving, and love is the most powerful thing, as they say, and at the end of every one of these, we are love. And you can go big. We're in a time when you have more energy than you've ever had, as they claim here. And there's no way for you to go small. You can go big in what you manifest, in ways that you evolve, and the momentum is shifting towards this expansion, this ascension. And the evolution you're going through is not linear. I mean, there's ups and downs. It's a part of this process. It's a swirling vortex. But you are a part of this process, and we are moving into the fifth dimension. And they are talking about our shift into the fifth dimension. And it is all about entering into this state of love, higher emotion, and frequency. And the concept is that you can change your reality by what you focus on. They use the word perception in multiple channelings, claiming that perception is the key to reality, and oftentimes the way we perceive a reality is unconscious. But if you can start to become aware of how you're perceiving something, your perception is creative, and these are important points to know. So a lot of little hidden clues of mastery can be gained by listening to these channelings. I will read more for you. Please put in the comments what you thought of it. Please join the Reality Revolution community. There are links in the description. Put a like on this video. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell on the videos so you're notified when every episode comes out. I have lots of new channelings and activations and meditations coming in the future. And I want to thank you for participating in this and sharing in my own journey and being able to share the channelings that I am attracted to. It is an honor to read these words. I want to thank Daniel Scranton for allowing me to read these words. Once again, you can find this in the book Channeled Wisdom from Higher Dimensional Beings. And also be sure to check out Daniel's book, Channeling Archangel Michael, The 7 Signs of Ascension. These are amazing books, and it is so much fun to read and so exciting. We have so many cool things we're going to be encountering in 2025. We're going to be ascending and moving to this higher level, and I am excited to join you on that journey. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. And welcome to The Reality Revolution.